We're going to wait a minute or two for one more member. Something. On their life. Down there still much?
No,
Rent it now?
we try not to, because the
Oh.
house is just not very well insulated, so if somebody had to go down there and turn on the heating, it would just. That utility bill would go out of sight.
Oh, so you don't do it in the winter?
We try not to.
Well, as long as it's not killing you, hell no. Got a place for you to go when it's a warm day.
That's right. We can kind of pick and choose our days. Trout fishing's picking up right now too.
Spot it. I'd like to start the December meeting of the Somerville Tree Protection Board. Our first item is approval of the minutes from the last meeting. Is there any discussion, any questions, changes?
Move to approve.
All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Nah.
Opposed? We are approved the minutes. So we're all here by ourselves today. Which is good. We were fortunate that Justin was able to speak with your plumber. And got lots of more. We know where you stand. If there's something you want to speak of. We know the situation, and I didn't want to belabor having you repeat the whole thing again because you have a situation there. So I would like to ask Justin to describe what he found out in the conversation with the plumber.
Yeah, so like Peter said, I did talk to him last Friday. He kind of simplified the situation. I think there was some confusion on site as to how the plumbing was actually laid out in your yard. So just simply put, from the house to the new clean out in the middle of the yard, that line was replaced. We knew that. From that clean out to the unearthed clean out at the bottom of the tree, right next to the root flare, that is actually your tap where it ties into the main sewer line. And that is where the plumber said that there was a clog. He had tried to pass a snake through there or a camera or some sort of line, and he was running into obstruction at that point. So it really is a straight line from your house to the sewer main line at the street. I think when you were talking about a line running towards the driveway, maybe that is what you meant, was that main sewer line that runs parallel with the storm drain. But basically where that new clean out is that you had unearthed at the base, that is your tap into the sewer. So it's a straight line there. And there's blockage from the new clean out to that tap clean out. That's where the issue is.
And the only conceivable alternative, both by avoiding the job ahead to free that line, with or without the tree, there's a job that needs to be done there, a serious one, it appears, to stop the obstruction, because you can't keep living like that. That's unacceptable. Would be to come from the new cutout, clean out, and go straight to the street, but that would require a new sewer tap, and they are very expensive. And so that would be a nice idea if it weren't so horribly expensive. It would do two things. It would avoid the massive job of freeing and installing new pipe from the new clean out to the old clean out close to the street, and perhaps even save the tree, but at an expense that I personally don't think we should bear. Thoughts?
Yeah, and I understand that. And I just wanted to just kind of do our due diligence. Y'all talked to the sewer company or CPW in this case and ask them about maybe helping with the cost to put in a new sewer tap or anything like that. Is that even a possibility? I mean, I. I mean, is it something that Justin, maybe you could talk to them and just ask the question, and, you know, if that's not something that they would do or even consider, then, you know, removal of the tree would certainly be okay with me. But I would just like to at least try that and see if there's anything that they can do.
Yeah, I could read.
Sure.
What's the condition there? You say, oh, can they help with the expense? Like, we have already spent $9,000.
Right.
So I'm not gonna spend another $9,000.
Yeah.
It's gonna cost us grand if you let us take the tree down. So
And
we can't afford another $9,000.
yeah, and I understand that completely, and I wouldn't expect that from you. I'm just asking if they'll do, you know, help defray the cost, and I would hopefully maybe even consider taking care of the cost, just because of the location. I guess they put that sewer tap in I don't know how long ago it was, but not a very good spot for it. And if they won't even consider doing that, then I'm, the removal would be fine with me.
Have you,
Did you not say that, some of the other neighbors had similar problems? Pardon?
No, I don't know of anybody that's had a sewer issue back up, to my knowledge. We have a very horrible issue with just flooding in general. Drainage in general, but not sewage. to my knowledge.
has it backed up again since we were there? Because you mentioned it had just happened even after the new line was put in.
Yeah, but our sewage, yes, the sewage backed up right after we placed everything.
Right.
That picture of Justin with the state was, yes, that picture right there was almost 2 weeks after we had installed all the work, and he's going forward. Wasn't
Right, right. Any thoughts with the question?
But no, I agree with Claude. I think that if staff would simply ask CPW if they would be willing to, and quite frankly, if they've installed that pipe incorrectly, they ought to do it at their cost. But ask if they have any willingness to reinstall that pipe at their cost or at an extremely reduced rate, then I think we look into that. But if in the arborist's opinion that it's not a worthwhile offer from CPW, that it's going to be too expensive for the applicants, then give the arborist permission to grant the removal. So bottom line is, if there is absolutely no alternative, if CPW will not help the applicants, then I would support the removal of the tree as well.
Is there an avenue for you to do so?
I can definitely reach out to CPW and ask the question. At this point in time, I can't comment on their response. I'm just unsure of a situation like this, how they, would want to deal with it, but I can absolutely ask the question and see if I get any feedback from CPW.
Right. And I'll trust you. We absolutely trust your judgment on whether they're going to answer you appropriately. I mean, just give you an answer. CPW can be wanting to deal with CPW issues only. And so they may not offer an opinion. And if Justin says, well, they're not offering an opinion, then I'm fine if he makes a decision to remove the tree. So, Mr. Chairman, if you're looking for a motion, I move to,
We still don't know where
pardon me?
we still don't know where the clog is.
No, we do.
Yeah.
We do.
Ew.
I mean,
Yeah,
other than
it's
the-
between, it's between the new clean out and the old clean out, right there beside the tree.
Well, I realized it was a root. That was the problem. But I thought maybe it was something on the other side of
Well,
the street.
That's the problem, is the tree, the root, and maybe compressing the pipe, whatever. But the fact is that we can't get a snake, which is not even an inch in diameter, through a 4-inch pipe past this obstruction. That signifies to me significant blockage. And,
Trying.
okay. Go ahead and finish. your
Okay,
motion.
so I move that we grant removal of the tree if the town arborist determines that CPW is not willing to assist in a meaningful way.
I'll second that. Any more thoughts, questions about this?
How long do we wait for an answer though from CPW? I mean, I think we can't just, I don't know how fast they'll respond back to your question, but I don't want this, out there for too long, because I know they've got some issues with the water backup and all that. So you would, couple of weeks?
Perhaps your director could help.
Yeah, and I will, reach out today and see where I can get. So I wouldn't extend it past a week. I would hope to hear back,
Okay.
within a couple days. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Would you mind waiting another few days for that answer? You will not have to come back. We've given the authority to make the decision. It is reasonable or unreasonable on the part of the arborist with respect to CPW. So we have a seconded motion. Any more discussion? All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Hopefully, everything will work out for you very soon. Good luck to you.
And you.
Too, sir.
Do the
Thank you.
same.
Okay.
Great. Thank you.
I don't know if it'll help or not. I mean, they've already. talked to them. So it might just be worth reminding you that. I don't, if they're gonna help us in any meaningful way, or it's in my mind, it makes sense to me. Just so, I don't know when that was supposed to do, I thought they were supposed to have done it already, but I know that that's. They got stuff in play. Yeah, right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other issues for discussion? Could I have a motion?
Second.
All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned.
Maybe the shortest meeting we've ever had.
Yeah.